Hello and welcome to HDcast. I'm Butch Hill, your host. I'm sitting here with Nick Tosie, who's with Delco Remy, Borg-Warner, and he can explain that. You want to explain that?
Sure. So Remy International had the Delco Remy brand, and Remy was acquired by Borg-Warner back in 2015. So while I work for Borg-Warner, what I sell is Delco Remy starters and alternators.
Gotcha.
So we've got several brands under that
umbrella.
Yes.
Awesome. So we're sitting in the HDAW Show 2022, and we're right in the exhibit hall. And so your booth is not too far from here.
Correct. Number 425.
425. And so what's going on? What are you getting? New products? Anything exciting going on there?
Sure. So as far as new products, the newest thing we've brought to market is what I call our Smart Starter. And what that means is, a lot of customers are familiar with our 39MT starter, but the drivers and the trucks can have problems that take your starter out, right? They damage it for a variety of reasons. And there is nothing in the starter to prevent that, right? It's not a smart item. Well, now it is. We put a computer chip inside the integrated magnetic switch, which is the extra relay on top of the starter. And what that does is that chip is basically monitoring things like time, temperature, voltage, etc. And it prevents the 6 most common reasons for starter failure that are external to the starter, right? Something like the driver hitting the key with engine running, maybe they've got low voltage, or they're laying on the key switch too long, which will burn up a solenoid, things like that. It locks the starter out so they can't damage the starter.
Wow. So this is new, right?
Yeah, and it's patented. We have a patent on it, and it's the Smart Starter. We actually have an option code at Navistar, so you can get it on new truck. We've got several fleets that are obviously interested and have pulled that through at the OE level.
I can see on the PM side that this could be a huge help.
Correct.
All right, so let's talk about something different.
So on the flip side, we obviously sell alternators as well. The big trend today is higher amperage alternators. Obviously, we all know they've added a lot of electrical equipment to the trucks. You've got multiple ECMs, PCMs, all these things. Plus, like your DEF tank usually has a heater in it, which is usually 30 amps. So the amperage on the trucks are going up. But then you've got the trends with like the battery-powered climate control HVAC systems, where you'll have an extra 4 batteries underneath the bunk of the truck. So you got 8 total batteries. So when you start looking at that, you're talking 275, 300, 320 amp or more alternators. We go up all the way to 430 amps with our 55 SI. And kind of our difference from a lot of our competitors is everything we do in that amperage range is brushless. So brushless, you've got one moving part versus 13 plus on a brush alternator, so there's less to go wrong. On average, they'll last about 4 times as long. And then you get some efficiency out of that, right? So it saves fuel, it's not as much load on the engine.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, I want to thank you for being part of HDcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for stopping by. And for you, the viewer, check out all the other HDcasts that we got going on in the CVSN YouTube page. And we'll see you on another one.